I hereby call to order the local Beer Brothers. I got to think about this. I had a little bit of wine at dinner, so
Really?
yeah.
Really, Dan. There's our reason for a delay. You were drinking.
Yeah, that too.
I had one beer
I
already.
hereby call to order the Beer Brothers local.
Sounds like we're a union.
The Beer Brothers Lodge. I call to order the Beer Brothers Lodge of the Royal Order of the Burn Pot with roll call. Beer Brother Mark.
Here.
Beer Brother Brett.
Here.
Beer Brother Dan. Here. Beer Brother Mark, would you please lead us in the ceremonial lighting of the burn pot?
Yes, this is a special evening for all of us tonight. We're going to be sampling beer. So here we go. Burn my thumb, as always. By the time we finish doing this, I'm going to have a callus on my thumb from burning it every time. But hey, it's going. Looks beautiful.
Or you're going to learn how to use a lighter.
Yeah.
Now,
college, you'd think I would have picked up on that, but
oh, there it is. Okay.
That looks beautiful.
I just want to make sure mine was visible. Now, and I need to have my lodge hat on.
Well, boys, I have a special treat for you. I've been hatless a little bit, and I kind of went out and treated something special for myself so I could have a little special lodge hat just for you.
Whoa! Now that is worthy of a lodge hat. Yes, yes.
We need to all have one of those.
Beer Brother Brett, you've done well.
Thank you.
Let's see. It's your week to present, Beer Brother Mark.
Yes.
What are we having?
Well, today we're having an old favorite, one that all of us have had before, but it's a standby, and we occasionally will have standbys on here. We're going to have tonight a Green Man tonight, and people that aren't familiar with Green Man, it's a really great brewery up in Asheville, North Carolina. I went there many years ago when they just were a small little tiny brewery, and was really impressed with their beer, with the operation. And I got to know the brewers and the owner of the company. And Beer Brother Dan and I have gone back there before. And actually, when we went there, they were opening a brand new facility at the time, which was kind of cool. It was a snowy winter afternoon, and they showed us all the space that they had, and it was going to be really an awesome situation. Thankfully, their beer has, even with all the growth and all the stuff that's happened, their beer has held consistently the same and good. And the one that we're going to be the one that we're going to be tasting tonight is their ESB, which is a wonderful beer. And to me, it's one of their flagships. I love their artwork. They make a great T-shirt, Green Man. So, guys, let's go ahead and open these up.
My shout-out glass tonight is Poison Spider Bicycles in Moab. I bought this glass when I was out mountain biking in my youth. Great. I hope they're still in business.
Actually, I have that same glass, compliments of you.
That's right. I brought it back to you.
Brought it back in your luggage with your beer that you stored in your dirty socks.
Yeah.
Brought it back on the plane.
My dirty socks have held quite a few brews over the years, coming back from somewhere.
It's got a nice brown color. It almost looks like a brown ale.
And that's one of those things that ESB, extra special bitters, which is a British term, I believe.
Yep.
It's so misleading.
Yeah. Beautiful aroma. To me, it's a very fragrant floral aroma.
Mm.
Oh. So
how can you describe this as bitter? I mean,
it's got a little. I mean, if you drank a real malty beer and drank this, if you drank, I'm trying to think of something we've had recently that was a fairly malty. Well, if you drank a regular brown ale, this thing's got a little bit of a snap to it, to me, a little bite.
A little bit, but still, it's not, to me, I'd call an IPA bitter before I'd call this bitter.
Yeah, and this was not overpowering. I mean, I think they're kind of famous for some of their more hoppier beers, and this has a little hop to it, compared to what we've been drinking. But it's just a good flavored beer. It's a good one to
Oh,
drink.
yeah. Nice balance.
I think it is. It's a nice beer. It's a nice color, and again, it's a consistent beer. They've made this for quite a while. This is one of their flagships that they've done for a long time, and it's a killer beer. And I would highly advise, if you ever get a chance and you're up in Asheville, and when things get back to normal,
Oh, yeah.
take a tour of this brewery. It's worth it.
Or just on a Friday night, go hit
Go to
the
Asheville.
tasting room.
Mm-hmm.
And go to Asheville and go to their tasting room. It was on the second level, and you can look down into the brewery and stuff, and it's just a phenomenal place. And then they have where the bar opens on both ways, so you can be sitting outside or inside. And they got fire pits for you to sit around when it's a little cool. Great place. They make good beer.
They really do make a good beer. This beer, to me, when I'm drinking this, I feel like this is something for a dinner type situation. I would not, we've had some that went well with like breakfast or maybe something sweet or a dessert. To me, this seems like something you would have with some type of meat, a red meat of some sort. To me, just my gut feeling. Maybe like a good steak on the grill with a baked potato.
Yeah.
What do you guys think?
I agree. This is nothing like the majority of the beers we've had the last few weeks, which have been probably leaning toward dessert. This is a beer I could drink more than one of.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the ones we've had the last few weeks, you could drink one and then you're about done.
Yeah.
Either because the alcohol is so high or because it's so sweet and dense. But this one, I could sit and nurse not just not a glass, but several glasses during the night. And what I would do, and I'm going to throw a little jab in here, since we're all growing gardens this year, I think it would have gone excellent with the jalapeno chicken that we had tonight that used jalapenos from my garden. So we have the bounty of our garden has come forth and provided us with several jalapenos already. This would have gone nice with a little spice from the jalapeno.
This is a 5.5%. It's a 32. My eyes aren't what they should be, guys. A 32 IBU.
Yeah.
But it says full flavor. And I've got my magnifier because my eyes aren't what they used to be. It says a malty amber ale, boasting rich toasted and caramel flavors. Green Man ESB is one of our award-winning signature brews. Our blend of authentic British malts and hops creates a nutty aroma, full body, and a sweet finish. Prepare yourself for a truly exceptional interpretation of a traditional English ale.
That's
about right.
You need to check your glasses English style.
Oh, well, sorry. It's dark in this room for mood, and trying to use the magnifying glass along with my glasses. That's pretty pitiful. Need to go up a level in my strength, I think.
Yeah, I got to find it just right. You got to do the old, hey, where's that little?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Is this far enough back for you to focus on it, Mark?
Is that a bottle, Dan? What do you have on your shoulder? You have a bird on your shoulder, Dan.
Okay, I do. So, Bear Brother Mark, what would you rate this?
A solid 9.
Solid 9. Okay.
What about you,
Brother Brett?
I'm right there with you. 9.25. It's up there. It's a good beer. I really could spend a good afternoon with a 6-pack of this and a cooler full of ice.
Yeah.
We'd be really good friends for an afternoon.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can go there. I'm going to give it a 9 just because the last week, so we've had some excellent beers in the last few weeks, and we've given them like 8.5 and thought that was really great. But also most of those brews were, like I said, are ones that we would drink one, and you couldn't possibly make it through a second because at some point the sweetness and everything, because we've been going with those sweet porters and sweet stouts. This is one that, yes, like I said, I could sit and nurse a 6-pack, although my waistline would say no. So I really, really like this beer. 9, solid 9.
Yeah.
No,
Well, you know,
no 8, 5 to 9. This is a 9.
Mark, I need
But-
another one.
oh, I'm sorry. I've got the other part of the 6-pack here, Brett. Sorry. I already had one
Dear
earlier.
brother Mark,
Couldn't share it all with you.
shame on you. Shame on you.
Let me back up a little bit too about this. And I talked about their logo. You know, it's a package deal with this brewery. I mean, to me, my dad, when I was a kid growing up, my dad, and you guys have heard me tell this story, my dad thought all beer was beer. It didn't matter if it was yellow beer, whatever it was. Beer is beer to my dad.
Yeah.
He would buy the cheapest crap beer that he could get. There was a store up there that had generic beer, believe it or not, generic beer in a white can with black type, and the type said beer. I don't even know what it was.
And I'm sure it was damn good beer to him.
Oh, he thought it was great. But to me, a white can with black type is like, come on, give me a little design. This is a great design, and it's great color. And it's kind of like, before you even try the beer, this tells you, I kind of really want to pick this up and try this. This is a great logo. And they have a great line. Again, I'm doing plugs for them, but I mean, I've got a number of their T-shirts. They have great T-shirts. Whoever's doing their design is doing great work.
You know, Mark, with you getting all these plugs, I'm going to have to say, hashtag not sponsored. I mean, you know.
No, it's not.
Well, no. We would never stoop that low. I'm looking at the Oxford Companion to Beer because I wanted to see what it might say about ESB. I meant to bring this in earlier. Also, I'd like to say, Beer Brother Mark, you are wearing the Belle of Georgia and T-shirt, which was a great beer made 100 years ago in Augusta.
Yeah.
And it was brought out by one of the Atlanta brewers. And I can't get anybody to admit who did it in Atlanta, that came out with Belle of Georgia back in 1990. And we got a keg of it. Unfortunately, it was an English tap, English kegs, and they didn't have the right tap for us. So we wound up getting it for free. And we had the photographers at the Chronicle at a party for the Masters. And that was, Belle of Georgia was a fantastic beer, an incredible beer. And I wish somebody would get the old recipe and come out with it again.
Well, and you know, the sad thing about it was, you know, Belle of Georgia was made by the Schweers family here in Augusta way back when, prior to Prohibition, back when there were probably not as many breweries as there are today, but back when there were a lot of small mom and pop breweries around, smaller breweries. And this was Augusta's brewery, where we live here in Augusta, Georgia. Of course, when Prohibition came in during the Great Depression years, that killed them. They tried to do soft drinks and sodas and what have you, and root beer, didn't cut it. Couldn't make enough money to survive, and they eventually folded. So that was sad that went away, because that was cool.
Well, that was a nice chocolate malt and sweetness to it and stuff. In the vein of a Killian's or something, but it was. I really wish, and I've talked to some people that could come up with a recipe and make it anyway. So it's extra special bitter ESB says that it has become the flagship beer of many brewers in the United States and Australia.
Wow.
Salute down under. Although most of these beers can trace their roots directly back to the British brewery Fuller, Smith and Turner, the original of the style, Fuller's ESB, is brewed in Chiswick, West London. No British beer has won more prizes from the Campaign for Real Beer in its annual Champion Beer Awards. So that's pretty cool. And I'm sitting there going, trying to figure out, well, what makes it, where does the name come from? But it says the finished beer shows a profusion of rich malt, orangey fruit, and peppery hops in the nose, with a full-bodied attack of juicy malt, orange peel, and bitter hop resins. Now, of course, that's coming from, I think, from Fuller's.
Mm-hmm.
But though Fuller's zealously guards the name ESB as a trademark in the UK, the beer has become inspiration for 100 beers called ESB brewed worldwide. So this is something that. So it says that most examples have ABV between 5.5 and 5.8, which this one is, and which is considered strong in the UK. Well, There's a strike against the United
Mother's
Kingdom.
milk here.
Yeah, but not particular to elsewhere.
Yeah.
So the annual judge in the Great American Beer Festival now recognize both English and American variants of ESB, with the latter featuring citrusy American hops over the earthier English varieties. So, I think that might be a project for us, is to go find some Fuller's ESB and find out what earthier hops taste like.
And I've seen Fuller's ESB before. I don't know where in here. I don't know if it was here in Augusta or somewhere else. Excuse me, but I have seen it before. I've seen that beer.
Oh, we need a road trip to maybe Toast or someplace.
Maybe so.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. Well, guys, I'm pleased.
Okay, Beer Brother Mark, I think you've done an excellent job of coming up with a beer for this week.
Thank you.
And so, what's up? What's on tap for next week? Beer Brother Brett, I believe you're up.
I think it's mine. I found something by Duclaw Brewing, I believe is what it is, and it's Sweet Baby Jesus.
Sweet Baby. Oh,
I think
praise the Lord.
I've never had it. I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a good beer to have.
Actually, this is an excellent chance for us to find out and try a beer that we have not tried before. Most of the beers we've had, we've tried.
Mm-hmm. But I said I was kind of not ignoring you guys, but I wanted to go look. I saw something that one of our local breweries had posted here in town that I'd like to go find and try. I'll just show it. It's Peach Fizz by Riverwatch.
A Riverwatch.
By who?
Riverwatch Brewery.
Oh, Riverwatch.
Here in town, yeah, and it's on local peaches. They've aged it, and I might see if I can find us a couple cans of that and maybe switch it up. We have the Sweet Baby Jesus if we need to, but I might try to find this and see if we can switch it up.
But Beer Brother Brett, here is your assignment for the week. See if you can find it, and if we can get some, maybe we should try 2 beers next week.
Sounds like a plan to me.
Yeah.
I think that would be a rather productive lodge meeting.
Yeah. I'll see if I can venture out, get out of the house for a little.
Get your mask on, and go for it.
Yeah, that's right.
Hat, nothing's gonna touch
me. Yeah. Okay.
You plastic all the way around.
Yeah.
Well,
I need a beekeeper's mask, and I'll be good.
Yeah.
I think the burn pot's growing low, so it might be time to call this meeting adjourned. So until next week, cheers. Although I would say cheers, but I have an empty glass.
Me too.
Until next week, I hereby call this meeting adjourned.